Hi everyone, welcome back for another opening. So today we finally have the first set of the highly anticipated Weiss Schwarz Rose or Rose. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what's the difference between Weiss Schwarz Rose versus the traditional Weiss Schwarz sets that we have been opening. We know that Weiss Schwarz Blau is targeted more towards female audience, and Weiss Schwarz Rose is meant to be targeted more towards the male audience. So this is the trial deck. I also have gotten 4 booster boxes because I really wanted to get this 4-box purchase promo. So we will get into that in a bit. But I really love the look of the trial deck. I mean, you look at this, it kind of look like a comic book kind of design. So it is really nice. I have they even have the deck list here and everything. Today I'm using a slightly different setup than usual. So I'm still fine-tuning how it looks. So this is a preview of how the card looks like. I do know that there is a chance of getting SPs as well. So yeah, let's break into the trial deck. I'm really curious to see how is this different from the trial deck we have in Weiss Schwarz. I do like the design of this a lot. Like, keeping the box itself, it does look like a comic book if you stack it on the shelf. So I really like that design choice. Ooh, wow. Okay, so we do have similar inserts like the Weiss Schwarz trial deck. Unlike Weiss Schwarz Blau, it doesn't seem as though that the hits are packaged differently. I don't feel or see anything else. So basically, the hits, if any, should be inserted into the deck itself. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to reduce the glare a bit. Well, this is a new setup. Very nice. I like the design choice. It is a lot cleaner. This is our SR, the standard SR for the deck. The texture is pretty amazing. The hollow foil effect looks very nice. Okay, and that is exactly why it's targeted towards more of the male audience. Like, I mean, I'm not familiar with this series Yuzusoft. I think that there are a few titles under these labels, something like Sneaker Bonko or something. But unfortunately, this is not one that I'm very familiar with. But looking at the character and the design choice, I can see why they say it's targeted more towards the male population. Yeah, I mean, the artwork is really very spicy. I have to give them credit for that. I love the color tone that they use for the level and the cost. Very nice. Our climax card. Climax, I mean. Okay. We should get another high rarity card though. But man, are the character spicy. Climax? So you mean if we don't score a hit, then we don't have another high rarity card? Okay. Because I kind of thought that we would at least, get 2 high rarity cards. But it seems like this is the only standard high rarity card. And the rest of the deck, as you can see, doesn't contain anything. Okay, so that was the trial deck with the high rarity card. Now let's get into the booster box. Since I do have a box topper promo, purchase promo for buying 4 box, let's open that up first. Oh yeah, I forget to show you how the card back looks like. It seems like it is the standard Weiss Schwarz, but they slap on the Rose name over here. Not like Weiss Schwarz Blau, where it's a completely different card back. It's very nice. So you do get 2 cards in this special promo pack. Very beautiful climax. And wow! Look at that. This is a promo rarity, but it is foil. Okay, you know what? I do have to sleeve this. I do love how the foil look. Let me sleeve the trial deck foil as well. Well, both of them are really beautiful cards. Okay, you know what? That's a promo card, so I should probably sleeve that too. before we get into our box itself. So very nice. Okay, now let's go into our box proper. We of course have to do our rarity breakdown again. Oh, so interestingly, like Weiss Schwarz, you also have a AGR rarity. That's our hand sign card. There are SEC's rarity, SSP, SP, OFR, and 86SR. Wow. Of course, the difference is in a case, apparently, if you buy a case, I heard that there is a promo now that it contains a special +1 pack that guarantees you an SP. So if you want a guaranteed SP, you can buy an entire case. I'm not sure what is the other case ratios. So if you do know, let me know down in the comments below. But compared to Weiss Schwarz, where it is 24 box in a carton, for Weiss Schwarz Rose is only 20 box. So that's the one of the difference. The packs does feel about the same compared to Weiss Schwarz itself. Oh, okay. So the only difference between the promo and the non-promo version is that there is no background behind the text. So I'm glad that at least we pulled the foil card. The rarity wise is a lot harder to see because of the pastel font, but I do like the pastel colors a lot. But boy, is it hard to see the rarity. Okay, this is a SR. The texture is pretty amazing, and look at those bazookas. Very nice. Okay, so that's an SR. I'm not sure how the rare looks like. I want to see what else. Ooh. Okay. Definitely the artwork is a lot spicier. So this is a double rare. But interestingly, it is non-foil. I mean, I'm not going crazy or anything, right? Obviously, that is a double rare rarity. So I have no idea why is it non-foil. But, ooh, an OFR. But the foils look amazing, I have to say. I have no idea why the double rares are non-foil. But the foils really, really slaps hard. Look at that. Let me look carefully again. The rarities are very hard to see. Especially with, you see, this is a double rare as well. I have no idea why is the double rare not in foil, but does that mean that every pack contains a foil? Okay, so is this a double rare? So it does seem like every pack contains a double rare for some reason. Does that replace our standard R rarity? No, because this is a R rarity. So it is, ooh. Does every pack have a SR card? Because that is freaking amazing. Wow. And the artwork, I can tell you, is you probably don't want to be opening this when your mom suddenly walks into the room, or your wife, because there is a lot of explaining to do. So there is a double rare per box now. So maybe that explains why there is the double rares are not in foil, because every pack does contain minimally an SR card. So that is our hit. And I can tell you the foil is really, really amazing looking. Okay, the high rarity cards are always in the same slot. So the fifth card is the double rare, is it? Nope. Okay, I'm suddenly thrown off. This is another SR. I thought every pack has a double rare, so it's not even guaranteed. I mean, after all, guys, this is a new product. I really have no idea what am I getting myself into. Climax. And I don't know whether is it the lack of sleep or what, but the rarities are really very hard to see. Okay, basic rare. Ooh, SR. Okay. You know what? I'm okay if they don't have the double rares in foil, because if you're going to give us a foil in every pack, I will take that over a foil double rare any day. Okay. SR. those that has the full art, in a way, you won't get to see much of the foiling, so that's really a shame. I do think that because of the number of foils we are getting, we do get a lot lesser pack per box. But I'm okay because I can do without the extra fluff. Is that a double rare? No, that's a common card. Is it a double rare? No, that's just a basic rare. Okay, then we have our foil. That's a SR foil. Okay, so foil cards in every box. That's our rare. Ooh. I mean, I still have no idea what I feel about Weiss Schwarz Rose. Definitely, I do like the spicy artwork a lot, but I do eventually want to continue doing opening with my wife again. And with the kind of artwork we do have in Weiss Schwarz Rose, I don't think I can do that with my wife. But man, I mean, it is crazy how we get foils in every single pack. So you can see we have 9 SR foils and 1 OFR from our first box. So it's only 10 packs per box. We have 4 double rares, so the ratio does seem consistent with what you get per box in Weiss Schwarz. But the foils, I kind of wish Weiss Schwarz does this also in the main set, like how they are doing in Rose, where we get lesser pack, but we get a guaranteed SR card per box, per pack. Reduce the number of packs, guarantee SR card per pack. And of course, with our chase hits, everything still being very much present. The only difference I can see for now is Weiss Schwarz Rose doesn't have any box hopper promo, but it does have the buy a box purchase special. But you do have to get 4 boxes, so that is a bit pricey. Climax again. Well, this is a new setup. I am a bit still adjusting. Beautiful. I love the number of foils we are getting, but I definitely wasn't prepared for this. Oh, climax. But I do love the pastel colors a lot. The texture are really, really very nice. It is a similar kind of texture we see in Weiss Schwarz. I was thinking that they might do something different for Rose, but it seems like it's not the case. Ooh. All the SR cards actually do have pretty unique texture on it, so that's really very nice. Okay, the same climax we got. Sometimes there can be like double climaxes in a pack. Okay, that's a double rare. I kind of wish there is more distinctive feature to help us tell the double rare, because unless you look closely, you can't really tell. Okay, that's the same spicy card that we got earlier. Common, is that a double rare? Yep, that looks like a double rare. Then our standard rare and the SR. Okay, once I can get a camera feature, you can see the texture is pretty much amazing. Rare. And that looks like a different rarity. Is that OFR? Yes, it is an OFR. Dang. Beautiful. So it seems like OFR are not as rare as they previously were, but since we have 4 boxes, I guess when I open the remaining 2 boxes, we can tell for sure if an OFR is at the very least guaranteed per box. It looks like a double rare. I need to use the camera itself to go zoom in closer, because I think the lack of sleep is making me hard to read the rarity symbol as well. I wonder what is the odd for an SP. Is it still like similar to Weiss Schwarz where it is like 3 to 4 per case? That's a basic R, right? And our SR. I'm not familiar with Yuzusoft, but it does seem like a lot of the characters are packing really huge bazookas. I do need to find out more about this series. In fact, a lot of the series featured in Weiss Schwarz Rose is not one that I'm familiar with. Like, Weiss Schwarz, the mainline set itself do feature series that we are a bit more familiar with. Our traditional, popular anime series and so on. But Rose, so far, at least those that I pre-ordered, does seem like not really that familiar. The only one that I saw in the upcoming pre-order that I'm familiar with is the interspecies reviewer. But of course, that is also a very special kind of series. That's a double rare. There. Okay. So SR. Do I have 4? Yeah, I do have 4. So it does seems like for the double rare, you do get 4 per box. Okay, get our packs out. It's a shame that they don't have box topper promo. I kind of like the attacking first and second box topper promo that we got in our mainline set. And I'm curious to see how does the, is that double rare? Okay, if I see 2 letters, I will assume that is a double rare. I'm still curious to see how a SP will look like and how it compared to Weiss Schwarz. I also have yet to pull a SP in Weiss Schwarz Blau, so maybe my luck is all in the mainline set and we don't really have any luck. Woohoo! I just had to say that. And look at that, we pull an SP. Okay, I can't get it to focus. Okay. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful card. The pastel color is really showing my camera off, but that is a beautiful looking SP. Okay, hang on a second. I need to get my sleeve. Normally for my SPs, I will use a more premium sleeve. Let me set it down so I can get the sleeves out. And I do double sleeve it, so I do need 2 sleeves. Okay, so that in a way settles my curiosity in how an SP looks like. It looks pretty much like Weiss Schwarz, but the signature is compared to the older SP from Weiss Schwarz, now the signature is the foils are a bit more embossed. I'm not sure you can see it here, but it is a bit raised. So in a way, it's harder for those people who make the fake cards to duplicate. So definitely really very nice, really very cool. I'm glad that we pull a spicy hit. But if you don't know the ratio of a SP, especially if you open like an entire case or Weiss Schwarz Rose, do let me know. I'm very curious. Is that a double rare? I think I'm starting to recognize the characters that are on the double rare itself. Ooh, there's some crazy texture going on. But I do like the variety in texture we are getting for the foil cards. Really nice. Is that double rare? Okay, so the 4th card is ooh. I love this card in an SR form. That's a beautiful artwork. So I'm guessing if you put an SP, it will replace the OFR. Okay, I don't think those are like double rares or anything. That is a SR. So the climax also can have the SR rarity. So when you reach the 4th card, I do have to look a bit closer. Yeah, that's a standard rare. And another climax SR. Beautiful texture. Fourth card, common, so that's not that's a very nice texture we got. a bit trippy. So the fourth card will determine whether is it a double rare or not. Let's see. Nope. We are safe. Oh, okay. My bulk power was a bit precarious. Is that OFR? So the SP doesn't replace an OFR. Wow. That's amazing. And that's really very generous. You know, with lesser packs, but a foil in every pack, I take this, man. Double rare. Foils are really, really amazing. This is a common. Oh, beautiful SR. So this is a new recording setup that I'm trying out. That's why my camera is also taking a while to get used to focusing. And the space that I have is also a bit smaller than I would have liked. So let's get our bulk out of the way, and now we are down to our final box. At the very least, I'm glad that we can walk away with, at the very least, an SP. Final box, let's go. It is a shame about not having a box topper promo though, but I am glad that we at the very least get an OFR per box. And any other hits that you can get is a very nice bonus. And the number of SR cards we got is like really, really crazy. I'm running out of sleeves over here. Ooh. She looks scary. Yeah, I'm running out of space to even put the packs that we have ripped. SR. The effects are really very nice. The SR hit. Is that double rare? No, that's a common card. Ooh, that's a beautiful looking OFR. They are more generous with the rarity if you can get an OFR per box and an SR card per pack. Price point wise, it is similar to what my distributor is charging me for Weiss Schwarz. That was a double rare. So for the number of foils that we are getting, considering that we are paying about the same price, I think it's very much worth it. Yeah, I think that's a double rare. Our SR. That's just a common. So now I know why there are so many SR cards in this set. If they are going to be this generous, then I think that it is alright for them to have that kind of crazy amount of SR. Is that double rare? Yep, that is the double rare. I think that's the final one for this box. And we are down to our final pack. That's just a common, that's not a double rare, and that is our final SR foil. Okay, so let's sum up. Basically, this is something new that Weiss Schwarz have pushed out with their Rose label. So first of all, it is crazy the number of SR foils that you get per box, because every pack now contains a SR foil. Look at that. That's from 4 box, and the number of foil is just crazy, and all the textures, everything are all completely different. So if you like collecting SR card, definitely get Weiss Schwarz Rose over the standard Weiss Schwarz. The number of double rare still remains the same. You get about 4 per box. But the thing that they have added is every single box have a high rarity hit. So these are all our OFR, our over frame rare. And this looks really nice. And today I have to say that these are not usually guaranteed, but we are lucky enough to also walk away with an SP. So that's really, really beautiful. So yeah, this being our first Weiss Schwarz Rose set, let me know what you guys think in the comment below. And of course, if you do know the ratio of an SP, you let me know as well. But for those of you who are new to the channel, do consider a subscription because we open all the new stuff for Weiss Schwarz, Rebirth for you, Uni Arena, and Build Divide. Best way to see them first is of course through a subscription. So click subscribe and we'll see you back next time for more opening. Bye now!